Good morning, everyone. Happy Halloween and welcome to the Morning Market Report Halloween special. Guys, love having you guys here and welcome. We're going to be giving away $100 today to one of our upper class members. We already had a winner this morning. Baba Yaz won the prediction on Bitcoin price this morning on Good Morning Crypto. So shout out to him. He was the winner there. But guys, we got a little bit of a mixed market today. A little bit of green, a little bit of red. PCE data came in. It was meh. It was neutral. It was a little bit higher than what they expected on some accounts and a little bit lower on others. And then the of course, looking at the data that came in on the job numbers today, they were kind of neutral too. So nothing really spooky there. Spooky. But welcome. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different about Piper today. I don't know what it could be. I don't know. Let me think about it, and we'll just have fun with today. But yeah, Bobby, yes, congratulations to you. You won there today. We're going to be giving away $101 here also on the show today. For our upper class members that signed up on WAP. So that's going to be coming up. And then, of course, tonight, there's going to be a whole nother round of money given away by the Crypto Nightcap show. So, guys, you guys got to stick around for all of that today. Make sure you're here. We're giving away over $300 here on Piper Academy for Halloween today. But yeah, mixed markets today. Nothing extraordinary. Bitcoin losing that support level that we talked about there yesterday, right there, that level, getting that a little bit below that. But just watch that trend line. That trend line is going to be everything. It starts here, and then it comes up that way. There we go. That's the one, guys. So, yeah, welcome to the metaverse. Welcome to Web3. And I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. There's also some new emojis down there for the alumni. There's a pumpkin with chat, and I gave you guys the Bitcoin, and I'm working on a two dub. We got to have a two dub icon down there too. So I have hair. Yes, look at that. It's nice, huh? Let's go ahead, though, guys, and let's get it going. It's Halloween and classes in session. Let's get it. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. Got some spookiness going on here. Got a little cat back here, a little jack-o'-lantern. But you know what else I got that's really scary? I got the OC guy. What's up, OC? How are you doing, man? You know what? We should change your background too, OC. We should give you something spooky today too. Let's do that. Let me go here and let me go to that and let's there we go. Halloween night. There we go.
No,
now
nice.
You got some spookiness too. Now you're all scared out too. How you doing today, man? And what's up? What is going on in your world today?
Oh man, not much. I mean, as always, late to the class, right? I'm sitting at the back. We're gonna start throwing papers here, username and I. But other than that, pretty fantastic. It was an accident on the way to the office, so it was a little bit shaky there. But yeah, other than that, doing great. I'm looking for a little bit more retracements onto my eye. It's kind of like a looking on Bitcoin, a little bit of like a double top, which could be indicating that we could be having that little retracement to the 69,600 that I was talking about. But other than that, pretty happy to be here, pretty stoked, pretty excited for this weekend. Also, because I think throughout the weekend we're gonna have some moves on Bitcoin. But we'll see. We'll see if we have that little surprise.
If you guys think we're going to have some moves on Bitcoin, drop those Bitcoin emojis down there in the chat because I gave you guys Bitcoin emojis and I gave you a Halloween pumpkin witch hat. So there's all kinds of new stuff down there. I'm going to drop a couple of them here myself because I got them. They're new. They're new and improved, and I like them. There's my pumpkins. There's some Bitcoin. Love it. There we go. All right, cool. I just dropped some in there. So yeah, we got some Halloween special. What'd you guys think of the intro? Was the intro cool? Did you guys watch that? Did you see it, OC? Pretty cool
yes,
intro.
absolutely.
Little Halloween intro there with the logo. I had fun with it, guys. We've also got some other spooky fun. Oh, there's bats in the belfry. All right, let's go ahead and get into some news today. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this economic data because the economy, that's the spooky thing here, right? So let's go ahead and I hope you guys enjoyed the thumbnail. We got O-Face, Web3, O-Face, I'm just saying. Let's go check out I'm going to have fun today. This is great. Let's get into the news. Let me get this adjusted over here. There we go. And then let's hop over here to the news. All the news that's set to be news. Hello, I'm your host for the news today. I'm Army Piper. And in the news today, guys, we're looking at the Fear and Greed Index market cap sitting at 2.5. Let's give it a little refreshy fresh. That helps a lot, right? $2.5 trillion. It is down about 0.25%. Nothing major going on there. And the reason that we're seeing that, I like seeing this. I like to see that there's volume, sell volume going on when the market's going down. That means that you could get a really quick reversal because volume doesn't tend to go negative that long. So Bitcoin dominance, we don't even look at that one. Fear Greed Index is sitting at 57. That's scary. That should be fear. This is how you should read this. When these are high like this, that's your fear. And when they're low and it says fear, that's when you get greedy. If you just operate opposite of this, you guys will do just fine. Looking at the crypto bubbles here on the daily, let's give it a refresh again. There we go. Check out the hourly. Lots of red on here. Let's look at these prices. Bitcoin at a scary $71,893. Not that scary, guys. Down 0.47 on the hour, up 0.26 on the daily. Ethereum, guys, getting a hard retracement of 2.2%. I guess it's not hard, but in comparison to Bitcoin, a lot more at $2,600. We got... now, if Tether was, not like this, Tether had a big slippage, then that would be really scary, right? That's a Halloween nightmare right there. Solana down 0.51%, BNB down 1.7%. Any big movers? Let's see here. Cardano's up 1.8%. It's moved back into the number 10 spot and has taken Toncoin's slot there at number 10. Ton moving down to number 11, down 1.9%. What else we got here? Any other big movers? Not really. I guess Aptos is down 5.2%. BitTensor, that's Tau, down 3.8%. Oh, down 4.2%. That just changed on us, and that puts Aptos at 5.4% to the downside. And then Caspa getting closer and closer to that 10-cent mark. It's at 11.5. It is up 6.8 on the daily, but right now on the hourly, pulling back. It has moved back up 2 spots to number 29. So interesting to see there. But guys, market's just kind of meh today. There's nothing major to see there on that. Why? It's because of this data here. We got this data here. Actually, it's more about tomorrow. TIA token unlock today. Yep, that is true. Celestia has a big, huge unlock today too, guys. So be careful with that. The big reason that I think we're seeing some pause, hold off, pull back, protect the money in the markets today is because of tomorrow's unemployment data that's going to be coming out. Guys, that's non-farm payrolls and unemployment. And right now, if it comes in neutral like this, is even 4.2, because I would say 4.2 might be cooked in. You might see some pullback on that, but as long as we stay in line with 4.1 and this non-farm payrolls beats these consensus and forecasts, because it looks like it's going to be way down for October, as long as we come in better than this on non-farm jobs tomorrow and at this or close to it in this line or lower on unemployment, then markets should be okay. What we are watching here, though, is the core PCE today. It was at 0.2. That was revised, by the way. There was a revision. Of course it was, from 1.8 to 2. Why not? I was looking at 0.3 to 0.1 on the consensus of forecast. Came in at 0.3. So it shot the consensus dead even. And the had a little revision there on the previous. So the core PCE, nothing major to see here. Personal income was at 0.2%. So it came up 0.1% on consensus. Nothing major to see here. Personal spending. This one, guys, was interesting because this was a revision of 0.3%. Was supposed to be 0.4, came in at 0.5. It rose by 0.5% from the previous month to an annualized rate of $20.024 trillion in September, accelerating from the upwardly revised 0.3%. So a little revision there on that, but personal spending, people are spending more money. That means inflation could be coming back, just so you know. But in general, inflation is always going to go up. It's just a matter of how fast it goes up. We don't want it to exceed like that 2.2%, right? Employment cost, that came in as forecasted. It's actually dropped a little bit. Wages, actually beat the forecast. It was a little bit lower. And initial jobless claims came in at 216,000. They were expecting 230 to 228K. I'm going to say we probably get a little bit of an afternoon move up. So where is this data pulled from? This is pulled from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And then there's also reporting that the companies have to do on, like, here's our sales numbers for the month, stuff like that, which is why they can not report job numbers so that they can show their profit on their earnings and then release their job numbers, because they don't have an immediate reporting, just so you know. Like, there's a lot of layoffs going on right now in America that are not exactly being reported all the time. Yeah, we'll go with that. Piper looks better now. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I can't stop acting up. My eyes just, it's gone to $80,000. Yeah. So, guys, there we go. That's what we have on that data today. Big one, though, tomorrow. We're going to be watching non-farm payrolls, unemployment data, and ISM manufacturing all coming in tomorrow morning between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Earnings today, guys. We had a lot of earnings yesterday. Microsoft, Meta, Coinbase, Robinhood, all of that good stuff. Uber today. Uber's got their earnings today. Amazon, Apple, Peloton, Merck, Intel. Who else we got in here? SiriusXM. Yeah, whatever. Norwegian Cruise Lines. I bet they do well. I bet they do well today. And then Friday, what do we have? Nothing major. Charter Communications. That's really about it. Okay. So yeah, that's it on the earnings reports that are major going on today. Let's go ahead, take a look at what we're seeing here. So breaking, this is the September PCE from the KBC letter. The Fed's preferred inflation measure falls to, oh, thank you. Come back. Baby, come back. Falls to 2.1%. Core PCE inflation was unchanged, 2.7, above the expectation of 2.6. It's been 6 months since core PCE has fallen. So, do we really need a 50 basis point rate cut? That's a good question. I don't think we did. It's actually looking better than expected. So, that is what we have there on that. Was there anything else on here? Yeah, let's talk about this. Market pump. The share of, can we do that? Can we do that? Let's do that. Okay. The share of U.S. consumers expecting higher stock prices over the next 12 months has hit 51.4%. It's the highest on record. Yes, that's the song, Lasers. I love it. This is even higher than the previous records that were seen in 2018 and 2000 before the dot-com bubble. This percentage has more than doubled over the last 2 years as the stock market has seen one of the largest gains this century. The S&P 500 is now up 40% over the last 12 months, marking its fourth best performance since the year 2000. Market sentiment has never been so euphoric, guys. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think that we see higher prices 12 months from now in the stock market, or do we get pulled back on that? Throw it all on there. And FD White, what's up, bro? He said, what the hell is going on? It's Halloween, man. It's Halloween. You should go back and check out the intro today. I even did a special intro for it. If you're content creators that you guys watch today, to include on the #1 show here on Piper Academy, if they don't have an intro that they took their time and built just for you for Halloween, they're not worth watching. Just my opinion. I don't really feel that way. That's funny. Okay, let's go back and see what else we have here. Let's shout out to Trade Intuition for the ums. Let's go back to bookmarks. If you know, you know. Anything else in my bookmarks? Oh yeah, here it is. I was just talking about this. I want to talk about this for a second because this is happening and no one's really getting this info. They're not talking about it everywhere. Lunar Beaches Crypto, shout out to you, bro. Good show this morning, man. This is, did I hit the wrong one? I did. My bad. My bad, peeps. My bad, peeps. There we go. All right. U.S. layoffs jumped by 160,000 jobs in September to 1.83 million, the second highest amount of layoffs in 4 years. This is the info that's not getting out there, people. This info is not getting out there. Monthly layoffs have increased by 540,000 or 42% over the last 3 years as the labor market has slowed. As a result, the layoff rate, measuring the number of layoffs as a percentage of total employment, rose to 1.2%, the highest since December 2020. You guys remember what happened in December 2020? That was when the economy was wrecked from a pandemic. So, meanwhile, private sector layoffs spiked to 1.78 million. That's the highest in about 4 years, approximately. Further evidence of a weakening labor market. Guys, they're not really putting this out anywhere, but this data is there. And like I said, it's going to get reported late. I think it's going to happen after the election, sometime around quarter 1, right about the time, if Trump wins, right about the time he's taken office, in my opinion. Just my humble opinion. Yeah. So let's look here at Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha has MicroStrategies listed as a strong sell because it's running towards its all-time high. We'll take a look at that in there a little bit. We'll look at that in a little while. USD, Japanese yen, they talked about this morning on Good Morning Crypto. If you missed it, you need to know this. The USD to Japanese yen strengthens despite the Bank of Japan. They kept their interest rates unchanged. They did not do a 25 basis point increase. That means that the rest of the Japanese carry trade has been avoided for now. So we'll see how that works out, but maybe some scary stuff later. So let's look here. What else we got? Bitcoin analysts see scary Bitcoin price upside as funding is flat at $73,000. And on that note, let's look through here and then go back and talk about it, because really we're hitting this wall of $73,000. $72,000 is our support, which we showed you. I got a diagonal one. Looks like we might be testing that one harder than expected. But Bitcoin price upside cooling after it reaches $73,500. Consolidation, which traders welcome as a chance to reinforce newly reclaimed support, has nonetheless left $71,000 intact at the time of writing. Bitcoin has taken out every major lower high from the year except for the all-time high. It came within close proximity, but wasn't able to sweep it. And honestly, better it rejects before making an equal high versus sweeping it, as this way is more likely it will go for that high at another point. So it's, building up that energy. If you don't build up that energy, you're not going to get very far up past it, and you're going to probably pull back under. So yeah, not a lot of funding once it hits that $73,000 level. Let's jump back over here to DuoCam. What is up, tinfoil hat man? I love it. How you doing today, bro?
No, not much. Just run after and change my shirt to a little bit more scary one.
Ooh.
This is supposed to be one of the Aztec gods. This is a feathered snake. Yeah, it's supposed to be green, but the green screen kind of like feathers it out. But other than
Yeah,
that,
it's okay.
my team for yeah.
But
Oh, I mean, doing fantastic. I love your hair, my friend. It's
you like
kind of
this? Thanks.
yes.
Yeah, it's great. Having a
Oh,
good
you were
time today,
mentioning?
man. Having a good
Oh
time.
yes.
So Bitcoin, $73,000. Where do you think, how long do you think we need to sit below this level, the $73,000 level? How long do we need to sit there and build up and consolidate that energy before we just crush that $73,000? And how many shorts are going to get wrecked at that all-time high because they're going to try to short it? And then it's just going to punch through and just liquidity suck all of the shorts to keep going higher, because that's how that happens. By the way, guys, you ever seen something hit an all-time high and you're like, it's gonna dump now, and all of a sudden it rockets even harder? It's because it's grabbing all of that short liquidity that's there too, that people just entered. So wrecking those high leverage degens. So how long, OC? How long?
I have two predictions here. Depending on how retail reacts, because we're having kind of like a mismatch signals. For one part, I think numbers are coming up pretty good. So if we have an influx on, or if we see, and I will gonna be using Black Friday as a measurement tool. If we see people rushing as a Black Friday fighters right into the physical stores, I think we're gonna have a 1 month before we break back up and start hitting all-time highs by December or January. But if we see empty stores at the Black Friday all across the board, I think that we're gonna be going for a double top, and then possibly at February, March, we could be seeing then maybe some signals or coming back up into a bullish market on US on Bitcoin. I'm not saying that we're gonna be making a bearish market, but I think that we're gonna have 1 month or 2 month moving downwards as we have been having throughout the charts, like up and down, up and down, up and down throughout. Where was it the last time that we hit all-time highs on March? Yeah,
Arriba,
since March
abajo.
that we're going.
Arriba, abajo. Arriba.
Yeah.
I know how to make people do push-ups in Spanish. That's up, down,
Oh,
up.
nice.
Uh, let's go ahead and jump over to the Bitcoin chart. Let's talk about that because we're losing some critical support right now. And then we'll come back and take a look at where all that stuff's at. Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm a high leverage degen. I know, and we love you for that, Max H. Username in the house, BC Port Corp. Um, who else we got in here? Lunar Beaches Crypto, Alexandra, T.I. Joe, Bucks in the house. Crux of Crypto's in here. Shout out to you, FD White Harp. Yeah, I love it. I love all the people that are in here. You guys rock. You guys rock.
Yeah, that's my alumni. You know what I mean?
And I love that I can wear my Chainlink hat with this overlay and nothing happens to it. It's beautiful. I even got shadowing on it. It's amazing. Let's get over to the chart. Let's go talk about that. Army charts. Go. All right. So here we go. Looking at that, we are losing that diagonal support now, guys. That's a sad story going on there. I'm going to be watching for 69,000, 69, that low 69K. The reason why I think that we're going to come back in and revisit on the 3D trend. And I also think we're going to revisit maybe here on the dynamic reactor if we can't hold this level. Let's go ahead and pull over a fixed range volume profile just to see what we have over here. Can I get a fixed range volume profile? Can I get a what? Let's do that. It would help if I hit the right button. There it is. Thank you. Let's just pull it from this whole range over here. Actually, I don't even want that. I want to pull it even closer. We're going to do it from right here. We're going to do it this way. Yeah, look at that, guys. I think about 69,200. I think that would be a good test. It's going to be previous resistance area, or yeah, previous resistance that's now support. It's going to come back and test the 3D trend. I'm looking for about 69,000, 69,200 for the level that I'm watching there. Let's go ahead and look at the Bitcoin, at the Oscillator Pro here. You can see we do have price coming down. True 7's coming down. Money flows dropping just a little bit. That would give us a nice reset on all of the oscillators down here also. And then once we get there, watch for us to come back up and get through that resistance of the diagonal plus the horizontal. So that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin. Nothing too scary. Just be aware that we don't, if we lose this level right now, we have a huge gap here on the volume down to about 60,000, 69,952. So 60, we'll say 70K. And then after that, there's another gap down to that value area high. So that's what I'm watching there. OC, let's kick it over to, actually, let's look at the heat map and then we'll kick it over to you and see what you're seeing. Looking at the heat map, let's refresh that. Let's put it on the 48-hour. And then we'll go take a look. Yeah, we do have a little bit more liquidity coming in, about $71,000 down here, and then the upside. But I want to take a look at what we're seeing on like a 3-day. Did we get some more liquidity down there? Yeah, guys, we're almost got this liquidity cleaned out. I mean, there is another bundle down here about 70,000, but that's right in line with what we were just talking about. So nothing major going on there in the heat map. There's nothing that jumps out and says this is where the price is going. Smack. Let's go see what do you got for us, man.
Absolutely. So looking at this chart of Bitcoin, this is what I was talking about. This was what I was considering to have a little bit of a resistance, and that's because we already know the previous highs in here, right? This is a trend under, or a support area or a resistance area that I was looking at for this actual range to be actually playing out. It seems that we run up here to almost taking the previous highs, and then the range that I was expecting will then become to start playing out above here. What I'm going to be looking at this point is, since this is support, I left this box yesterday and explained that this is going to be my entry box now. Why? Because previous support, previous resistance becomes new support, right? So now with the breakout, It's about the retest. And guess what? What I was expecting. The first thing I was expecting, if you guys remember, it was an early flip of the ribbon at the convergence of those clouds. But also, since we started saying throughout the class, in fact, that we were piercing through, I removed it. And I mentioned, well, then, since we are removing it, I'm going to be waiting now throughout the flip of the ribbon on the next upcoming big support of the oscillator, which is going to be the zero line. So I want to be on support. I want to look at the flip of the ribbon. Remember, I'm going to be waiting for the flip of the ribbon because if I start piercing through the zero line, well, then guess what? I believe we're going to have a neck-like breakout. All right, let me just control C that very quickly. A neck-like breakout retest, and off we go to my next target. So as you can see, we are heading to what I was predicting or expecting more than predicting, right? Which is a possible sweep of the lows right here, almost to 69,600, and then coming back up. I would be saying that this could be getting a little bit more prolonged. And not only that, if we reject on the way up like that, and we are close to Black Friday, that will be, look at that, November the 2nd. So we should be November the 30th, all right, or the 29th. So if we see this reversal, it means that we could be searching right down here on Black Friday, which could be not a very good signal. What I was talking about on the extended period, it is like, for example, if we see on Black Friday that we have a ton of people, I think we're going to have a breakout and a continuation to something like 80K, all right, at least 80K. If we see a breakdown of the dynamic reactor and then closing back inside this big trend line that we have down here, which I don't think so, and then we do not bounce to the upside, I think the next movement like that will be on to go for November, so far for December and January, going to the center of this range. Other than that, the most important part is going to be the retrace at 66,868. I mean, for the macro movements. Oh, NVIDIA crossing the 122. I'm going to be looking at that next up in the class. But let's just take things step by step, all right? Not to confuse you guys, let's go first. I'm going to be looking for a possible entry here if I have flip of the ribbon. If I don't, I'm going to be looking for the next entry right here at 69. If I don't have an entry here, I'm going to be looking for a rejection. Yeah, rejection for a further continuation right down here. And my short entry is going to be here for a continuation down here. Then long it here for a bounce if I have flip of the ribbon. All right, I think that's going to be clear. I hope that's clear. If not, let me know in the side chat. But that's going to be my master plan for November and December. Other than that, turning it back to you, Piper.
All right, so let's take a look at let's talk about elections, because the election season is coming up, and there's a lot of sentiment around that it's going to be if Kamala Harris gets elected, crypto could dump, and if Trump gets elected, then crypto could pump. But I got an article. Let's talk about this article. Let's jump over here, and we'll talk about Harris win unlikely to rock Bitcoin price, but crypto fears persist, say observers. With the U.S. presidential election nearing, no clear front runner. With no clear front runner, uncertainty looms over what effect the victory will have on the crypto sector. The 2024 United States presidential election is set to have an unprecedented effect on the cryptocurrency industry. While many investors worry that a victory for Kamala Harris, we're going to get demonetized now. We're going to get canceled. I just said it. Some believe that her administration would bring a positive change for the industry. With Harris's link to the current president, Joe Biden's administration, which is often viewed as anti-crypto, analysts at private wealth management firm Bernstein forecast that a Harris victory could drive Bitcoin's price down significantly by year end. However, pseudonymous crypto trader Crypto Rand believes that a Harris win won't bring an end to the bull market and that it will continue on from there. If Harris gets elected, there will be a bump on the road, but the trend will continue. And when I read that, I see opportunity. That's what I see. He foresees a temporary 5 to 10% dip in Bitcoin's price, viewing it as a short-term disruption rather than a trend reversal. So, chief economist at BitMining, Yang, believes crypto investors should focus on monetary liquidity in the global economy, which is up. It's higher right now. So the more easing monetary policy becomes, the more likely hot money will flow into risk assets like cryptocurrencies. Let's jump over here and talk about that. OC, what do you think? Alexander G said, I can't. What do you think, OC? Are we going to see, if Kamala Harris wins, are we just going to see an opportunity to pick up before the next move in the bull market leg? Or do you think that a Kamala Harris win is going to cause a reversal and a massive sell-off? What do you think?
Well, if Kamala Harris wins, I think that we're going to have a big sellout and a reversal. But I don't think that it's going to stop the cycle, or at least let's just call it the cycle, because right now it seems that it's not that it's broken, but it's just acting differently, and it's to be expected, right? But I think that it's going to kind of like accentuate the very scenario if Kamala Harris wins. Why? Because, and guys, remember that Kamala Harris is not that far off than Trump, all right? So we could be having, I mean, dude, I can't also. That's just amazing. The thing is that it represents what office has been doing right now and a continuation of the office movements, right? Which means not that much support for crypto, but and support for other things that have been playing out at this point. For example, support for Ukraine, support for some other Ws that have been happening throughout the world, right? Which means a crackling economy. So I'm not saying that Kamala Harris is a bad or good influence. I'm just saying that it's going to be, or it represents a continuation of what Office has been doing here. So I think that that's going to represent a sell-off and a dump, not only in Bitcoin, but also we're going to be seeing maybe S&P having maybe a little bit of a dump, a hard dump, and then a recuperation. Maybe not that big of a deal, but I think markets are not going to be taking it as good as with Trump.
Shout out to Alex O Crypto, the only person that I know of that's shorter than me at this age. He's in the chat right now, so shout out to you. Yeah, so here's the thing that I want to that I'm scared about. This is the most scary thing for me. Is the idea that it's not about who wins. It's about what data they don't need to protect, hide, or save anymore, depending on who wins. Like, you know, government jobs pumping up the labor market to give a better than what it really is perspective. And then if Trump wins, they don't have to hide that anymore. They can just start letting that data flow out. And then that gets the flip around. Mark Dutch, shout out to you, bro. Welcome back. He said, Alex O sent me here. Good job, Alex O. Good job. But yeah, that's what really scares me about it. Let's jump over here. Let's take a look on my chart. I'm taking a look at MicroStrategies right now because MicroStrategy is getting quite a pullback after its earnings. And what I'm seeing over here is we got well above the 1-to-1 Fibonacci there. We did a nice pullback. We came into the 3D trend and caught the 786 Fib for a bounce. Went back up, got rejected on our 1-to-1 line, and now we're retesting the top of that platinum pocket on that 887. It doesn't look like we have too much of a sharp downturn here on the Oscillator Pro ribbon. It is kind of flat, but money flow is getting weak. And right now we do have the True 7 coming down. I would like to see support get caught here on the super trend, on the 3D trend, I should say. This is a chart prime indicator coming that I'm beta testing, and it's fire. Look at that. It's just over and over, over and over. It's beautiful. Watching for this to come down, get consolidation in this platinum pocket, and then a continuation to the upside. That would be the ideal move for me. But again, I do want to point out, guys, that on Seeking Alpha, they did have MicroStrategy as a strong sell right now on the daily. This is not a long-term thing that they look at. But OC, what are you watching on your charts right now? Let's take a look at a couple of alts. Let's do some alts. So give you a run on alt. I'll come back and do one also. I might look at Caspa. It is getting a little bit of a bounce today. And I'm young. I'm super young, and I don't know a lot about crypto. So maybe I like Caspa. You never know. You never know. So I'll go take a look at that. And then we got a giveaway to do. We're giving away $100 to one of our upperclassmen. So trade you a sippy cup for a DJing call. I got a sippy cup right here. It's filled with coffee. My mom lets me drink coffee because I'm a big boy now. All right, OC, what do you got for us, man?
Oh shit. Looking at Ethereum, man, we just hit an alert here because it is back at the dynamic reactor. I was expecting Ethereum to actually go up mostly at the top of the range here because we've been seeing that movement. This is not good for Ethereum, right? This is confirming a lower high at this point. It is not as bad for Ethereum because we're still within an uprising wedge, right? I mean, there's still a little range in here. This is telling me that right now, because this is also an uprising channel or uprising wedge, that we could be breaking downwards. But let's just be a little bit real here, right? How low could Ethereum go at these prices? Yes, 0. All right, maybe, right? But yes. Absolutely. But other than that, I mean, I don't think that is going to be the case unless we see Bitcoin just plummeting, right? But at this point, what I'm seeing is just bouncing off the dynamic reactor. Let me make that clear. Perfect. Bouncing off the dynamic reactor. And the only thing that at this point I think will be reversing or canceling this lower high will be a higher low, right? Anything along these areas. Let me start clearing things up in the 4 hours. I know I'm a daily, but those were 4 hours things, or sorry, support resistances. And I'm gonna start turning on my indicators. Here we go. What I'm seeing right here, it is a big outcome or a big disparity. Remember, this is not volume. This is the disparity between buys and sells, right? So what is going to be my next area of maybe a re-entry is going to be low areas or a big small disparity with maybe low volume with big reactions. So at least I have 2 areas in here, right? So let's just extrapolate them really quickly. There we go. And then also I'm going to be doing this other one. I think I'm going to be going for the center one. Why? Because it's between them two. So it's basically an average between those two. So that pairs very much with this other trend line. As long as we bounce off this one, we are going to be having a higher low, right? So let's go to the 4 hour really quick to just finish this up. And as you can see, it's also very close to this other trend line that we were guessing. Remember, we don't have that information. The way to have that information, there we go. Once again, we can start looking at the volume and maybe start looking at where the volume could be bouncing from. There we go. We also have another area of support here. And I think that will be it. I'm not going to be complicating it too much. Let me just move this like that. And that's going to be my prediction for Ethereum, my analysis for Ethereum. I'm going to be marking this area because we could be overshooting there. Remember, flip of the ribbon. All right, flip of the ribbon at support. We're getting close, and getting close at this flip of the ribbon would mean that we're going to be bouncing from the dynamic reactor slightly below because we also have a predictive range right there. All right, so flip of the ribbon at support. That's going to be for my next long entry on Ethereum. So that's what I was looking right now. I'm going to be adding another alert right here just so I don't forget after the class. And that's what I'm going to be looking for Ethereum. Turning it back to you, Piper.
Yeah, I'm watching Caspa. I've been watching Caspa for a long time. This is how I'm going to look when Caspa is finally $1 or 0, one or the other. Let's go ahead and take a look at Caspa. Let's jump over there and take a look at that. Looking at Caspa, guys, we are getting a little bit of a move up. It's one of the only green ones here today, up 1.62% according to TradingView. We did get down into my little support green area here that we got my little support range, but we've pulled back up and we have retested the phase 5 618. what I'm watching for, guys, is for us to come back up in either the 3D trend or this diagonal trend line, long time running resistance and support diagonal line here trend. I'm watching for it to come into that, hit that 3D trend, hit that, and then come back even lower, because as of right now, it's just keeps making lower lows, man. It's a sad story, and I'm gonna be this old when Caspa finally does something. I think we have more downside coming on Caspa. Looking at the Oscillator Pro, we do have a little bit of a green ribbon, but it's already starting to turn and looks like it's going to pull back again. We did get the bullish divergence here at the bottom, so you got to have a quick scalp entry off of that if you wanted it. But right now, nothing looking too bullish on Caspa for me. I think it's just setting up for another downside move. So that's what I'm watching there in Caspa. What do you have? What are you watching? We got about 20 minutes before we head to Randy Hipper's house, and they tell me, go away, Boomer. You're too old to come party at the frat house. But guys, I'm going to look like this when I'm still doing these live streams, just so you know. It's going to be Boomer Crypto. Welcome to Piper Academy. I'm your dean, Army Piper, and we'll still be talking about it here on Piper Academy. So, but what are you looking at, OC? Let's jump over to your chart and take a look there, and then we'll come back and we'll see what Web3 has done to me next.
Absolutely. So, by the way, guys, yesterday I made on the sorry, man. Yo, change your face. That's just hilarious. Looking at a class that I had yesterday on Chart Prime, we were talking about one of the simplest, the zero knowledge strategy, when you don't need to know how to trade to actually find support and resistances of areas of entry and support. And what we generated these boxes, right? So what we do, we buy low, we sell high. Yesterday we were right here at the time of the class. No, right? It was 4 p.m. Yeah, somewhere around here. There we go, right there. And what happened? We rejected. Now we hit one of my alerts on NVIDIA. Look at that, almost flip of the ribbon. We are on support box, so this is going to be my entry. I haven't just entered. I'm going to be waiting for the price action to come back down, grab my entry. In fact, I'm going to be maybe moving it just slightly bit higher here, and then my stop loss is going to be at the bottom of this box and give it just a little bit of a wiggle room. This is going to be my entry for NVIDIA. So, guys, this is going to be my first call for the Piper Academy. Guys, if you are not on the Piper Academy Discord, join it. I usually at night when I'm looking to what to trade, I also share my thoughts and my trade setups for you to also copy if you want them. Other than that, that's what I'm looking at NVIDIA. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully it comes back down, grab my entry, and then off we go to the moon.
Awesome. So financial beanie cap on, guys, the red financial beanie, financial advisor beanie on. Yeah, so I'm watching a couple of other things on the stock side too. I want to go take a look at what's going on today with what was it? Apple. Apple just had their earnings. So let me go to Apple here, pull that up, and let's see what Apple's doing today. Stocks, Apple. Let me get it. There we go. Apple. NASDAQ. Go. All right, here we go. Let's go jump in on Apple and see how Apple's looking. Oh God, dude, I got so many for you today. What's up? Apple is looking like a spot right now that I'm very interested in, guys. We are here on the 3D trend. We did lose the dynamic reactor, but we're coming in pretty close right here between this $227 range and this $225 range, which is the quantum reactor on the 4-hour. We'll just put this over on the daily to get a little top down and see what's going on here. You can see this. We've had these, we'll even go like 2 days so you can see it more clearly. We've had these little periods here of like high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I think that we're going to get a higher low, and that earnings coming in on today, Thursday the 31st, I do think that we're going to see that give us that chance for that move to the upside. If we look at this on like the 12-hour, I believe we're coming in on some other support here. Yeah, we're going to have this double range here at about $224 of the dynamic and the quantum reactor, which are both green. That would be a beautiful bounce spot and would still be a higher low. If you're looking at Apple today, guys, Apple might be the one to go with there. We do have a breakout here on this chart pattern, and that's giving us a target right now of $241. Let's throw some moving averages in on here. Guys, we may not even make it down there. I got to be honest. We may just come right here on the 50-day simple moving average. You can see here we had a little break beneath it. It was previous resistance here, but a lot of times it will run as support, and then we come back up. We don't spend much time beneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a T-box on here. If you're looking at some Amazon today, shout out to Crypto Trades and his calls and puts trading that he does on futures. There you go. We're just going to put that there. It's going to be a top side of about $227, bottom side of about $223. And it's going to be, that would be my spot where I would look at picking up some Apple. Let's kick it back over to you, OC, and see what you got on your chart. We got about 14 minutes, so we got time to do another round here, and then we'll see where we're at with the giveaway and promo. What's coming up tonight for the crypto nightcap? Because you guys still got time to get in on that last giveaway tonight. So what do you got on your charts, OC?
Absolutely, another boom shakalaka. I loved this call that I was pushing on yesterday. Yeah, this is a TRX call breaking through that pattern here. Something that really kind of annoyed me a lot was this candle here. Man, that was pretty up, right? So basically, other than that, we reached target. We're coming back down right at this point. As you can see, first bearish engulfing candle is not there yet. It's not there yet, so let's not call for victory just now for the next upcoming movement. But seems like we're having that reversal, and we close that engulfing candle, and we break that line that I just showed you right there with meaningful retracement. I think once again we're going to be having that movement back down here. Just also remember that I have another alert. That other alert, it is here at 0.1675. And that is because we could be having an early flip of the ribbon or early bounce of that area. And that is because we had there, I believe, was it a predictive range? No. I don't quite remember what we had there. But I do remember calling out a possible early flip of the ribbon right here and doing like this. And instead of going all the way down there, having an early move in here, basically having a little bit more parabolic movement. There we go. That matches exactly of what I was expecting, right? But remember, so far, the strong area of support, it is right down here. So this is going to be plan B that could become first, all right? And then plan A is going to be all the way down here. So just be careful also if we get hit plan A, because then the next reversal could be for a lower high and then a further continuation to the downside, or at least change of micro trend. I'm going to leave it as is for now. And what I'm going to be doing, it's either another alert right all the way down here, and I'm going to be entering for a short as soon as we start closing that candle on a bearish engulfing. So, man, today's, I think it's looking juicy. It's looking juicy. Other than that, turning it back to you, Piper.
So I will point out that one of the things that we're seeing on Bitcoin dominance is that it's holding strong anime style. Let's go over here and take a look at what we're seeing over there. Bitcoin dominance holding really strong at 60%, guys. And it looks like it's going to go higher. I think that right now Bitcoin is still your best bet for your money to be in. Not financial advice. I don't have the financial beanie on. I'm wearing a ball cap backwards because that's what we do in anime. So what I'm watching is Bitcoin dominance. Once it starts to flip, guys, I'm watching 60%, 60.34%. But I really think that we're going to get all the way up into like the 62 to 63% before we come back. They've got a long running trend line there that we've used to have it as support, and this whole cycle here going all the way back to January 2024 has been our rejection point. I think once we get up there, that would be a prime spot of about 63% for that pullback there on the dominance, and then we will see the move into altcoins, and the altcoins start to take off. So Bitcoin dominance, it's the one to watch. So yeah. So did I just summon the toaster? Is French Toaster in here? French Toaster. Hola, bro. How you doing, man? Welcome. OC, we got 10 minutes. We can carry this on. Do you have any altcoins that you're watching right now? What's your big narrative for this week? And what's your big narrative for elections? How are you approaching that stuff?
Oh man, first I need to start talking about what I would like to happen and what is being predicted to happen, right? I would love to Trump to get to the office. Do I like him? I don't really like him. But have we seen how he handled office in the past? Absolutely. And also, I think he's going to be putting putting some pressure onto my country to get back within not, how do you call the opposite?
What?
The opposite. I mean, it's not Donald Trump, but it's what? Harris?
Oh, communism.
There you go, communism and Harris. So I mean, we're kind of like getting there, right? We guys, just so you know, yesterday, yeah, this is kind of like a mad. Have you ever had all of your Supreme Court renounced at the same time? Well, we just had it yesterday.
What?
5 out of 8, yes, 5 out of 8 Supreme Court lawyers just renounced their post, and now we're gonna be making an election. We're gonna be electing them, right, throughout votation, and also a little polls where you take your hand and you see if they get elected or not. Dude, that's BS. But the thing is, I think they're going to be putting some pressure if Trump gets to the office, and I don't think the same thing is going to happen to Kamala, which means instead of going the wrong way here in Mexico, we can become strong partners to the U.S. as before. So I think that's going to be stronger for both of us countries working together if Donald Trump gets to the office. Not that I like him, but I like his policies, right? And we also have seen how he managed office. Being that said, the predictions are for Kamala Harris to win, right? Why? Because we are seeing all numbers positive. In where we're supposed to have a soft landing, we're having an increase or growing economy. Are those numbers faked? Well, as being said, we need to wait for the revision, right?
Gotta have revisions.
Exactly. So, narrative for this weekend, I think we're gonna be having a retracement. Depending on what's elections, tomorrow's elections, right? Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So yep. I think we're going to be having
our elections November 5th,
yes,
next Tuesday.
November. Oh, yes.
Tomorrow's unemployment, bro. Tomorrow's unemployment.
All right. So I think we're going to be having a pullback because of the numbers and also because of elections. I think people are getting cautious. That means a retracement. And then whatever happens, if Donald Trump wins, we're going to have an explosion on Bitcoin and then a big retracement. If not, if Kamala wins, I think we're going to be having a big retracement and then a somewhat big pushback up. That's what I'm saying for this upcoming week. So retracement weekend for this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so too. We're actually hitting some key. It was interesting how this timing falls into place with the unemployment data, elections next week, so on and so forth. And then, us hitting critical resistance areas at the same time. It's very predictive that we were going to have some pullbacks. But let's jump over here and take a look at what we're having on Doge, because Doge has got some stuff going on right now. Looking at Doge here on the 4-hour, you can see that we did get a rejection here. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Can I get a brush tool? Thank you. We did get a rejection off the 0.66 here, and now we have retested the 618. If you guys ever want to know where I'm pulling my fibs from, guys, because they do play out 99% of the time, where I've placed them at, just let me know in the stream, guys. But this one here, these fibs were pulled These fibs were pulled off of a trend base somewhere. Nope, they were pulled from high to the low here. And you can see we did get a rejection perfectly on the golden pocket there. The 0.66 giving us a rejection, and then the 0.618 giving us another rejection, downside move. I'm going to be watching for Doge to come down to about 15.5 cents. That would put us in line with our cloud that we have here from the 3D trend, and it would also be our 50% line. A bounce from the coming down to a 50% baseline fib line and bouncing is a very bullish thing to see, and that would give me another nice entry on Doge at about 15.4 cents. Let's go over here and talk about an article, and I'll jump it over here so you can be on here with me, OC. Dogecoin's breakout from a 3-year channel. They call it a channel. It's not a channel. It's a triangle. It's a wedge. You'll see it. Signals a 500% rally potential in 2025. The meme coins gains have appeared largely due to Elon Musk, who at Donald Trump's New York campaign rally on October 27th discussed his plans to save $2 trillion in taxpayer money through his brainchild agency, the Department of Government Efficiency, which interestingly has the same initials as the Doge ticker, Doge. Purposefully, because Elon loves his Doge. Doge is now exhibiting a technical pattern that could send its price soaring toward $1 and beyond. It's symmetrical, 3-year long symmetrical triangle. Dogecoin's potential to reach $1 in the current bull cycle stems from its breakout from a giant symmetrical triangle. You can see it right there. Last time we had that breakout, it retested for a long time down there on the bottom, and then it broke up. Guys, we could test that and be right in line with our current prices for another breakout for that. And of course, the breakout line on this measured from the widest point does give it a $2. I think $1 is more in line, but that would still be a great return on what we're seeing here. But OC, it's time to do a giveaway. It's time to do a giveaway. So let's do that. We're going to come over here. This is all of our upperclassmen members that have signed up for upperclassmen so far, guys. You can still get locked in right now for that introductory. It's normally going to be $25, guys. You get access to Founders Q&A, exclusive news, newsletters, gym watch list, quick dives, trading group, trading lessons, trading setups, and more. There's a whole lot of stuff in there. A subscription share. Let's go down here. Subscription share, founders portfolios, lots of things in there. Access to our trading group, help you become a better trader. You get all that right now for $19.99 monthly. Guys, it's going to go to $25 after the first 50 get signed up. But as you can see, there's still some time, so guys, go check it out. This is all of our current members in there. We got Buck, Amon, Crypto Trades, Country, Littlefish, Melissa, Mr. Man, Arsan 246, and Trent Brock. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's go ahead and see who's going to win $101. Are you ready, OC? Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. We need some music while this plays. Let me see here.
Get low when the whistle go. Shakalaka!
And it looks like our winner is Amon. Amon, congratulations. You won $101 in the giveaway. So shout out to you. All you got to do, hit me up on Discord. Give me your USDT address. We will send that over to you. Also, big shout out to the winner this morning. That would be, think. I can't even remember the name offhand. Dang it. It's here in my chat. I got it in the chat. It is going to be, Baba Yaz. Baba Yaz won this morning. So Baba Yaz, shout out to you. Also, get a hold of me, DM me on X, whatever you need to do. We'll get you your $100 for your Bitcoin price prediction. And then guys, don't forget that we do have one more giveaway today that's going to be going on this evening at the Bobby, yes. Yep, there we go. It's going to be giving away another $100 tonight on Crypto Nightcap. To get in on that one, you guys still have time. So let's go over here to my bookmarks and let's talk about that. Bookmarks. You can get on that one, and all you have to do is sign up using our Blowfin and deposit $50. I'm going to do the cutoff on that today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I will go in and get all of the names that have deposited $50 that are using our Blowfin link, and you'll be entered into a chance to win tonight on the Crypto Nightcap, another $100 giveaway. If you guys don't have that link, just go down below in the description, sign up there. I just dropped a little thing, no KYC, no VPN, and it will get you entered for a chance to win $100 on the Crypto Nightcap. There's the link right there. Alexandra G is all over it. OC, that is all we have time for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this set up to send us to the frat house. But do you have anything for the people on the way out?
Oh, not much, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. Today was an amazing show. Piper, man, you shine today. I loved it. Man, that was cracking me up. Other than that, guys, let me just push again. It's not going to be funny, but it's just going to be from my heart. It's just going to be...
There's bats in the system.
From the heart, guys. Yes. Don't get your Supreme Court members renounced like ours. Keep safe your democracy. Remember, your enemy is not your neighbor. Remember that the enemy, it is whoever starts with G and takes office, right? Govern, whatever, right? Once they take power, they become not the enemy, but the one that we need
oligarchs,
to watch, right? Your enemy.
Oligarchs.
Yes.
They're oligarchs.
So, exactly. So, guys, your neighbor that thinks not just like you, it's not your enemy, is your brother. You guys are in the same ship, all right? Other than that, try to vote for whatever brings the best for your country, for yourself, and for your brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
Prepare yourself for that vote, for voting. And other than that, guys, I really hope you don't have to go through what we're going through. And much love.
There's some love. There we go. All right, guys, that's all we got time for today. We're going to go over and raid Randy Hipper's house, the frat house. Go say hey to the frat mom. Throw some graduation caps in there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. If you did not watch the intro, go back and watch it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But guys, we'll be back here tomorrow morning for the unemployment numbers coming out right here on the Morning Market Report. Don't forget to tune into the Good Morning Crypto Show. And then I do believe sometime next week, maybe the week after, we have Mad coming. Mad Love. It is Markets After Dark with Lunar Beaches Crypto, a whole new show right here on Piper Academy. Guys, tonight, 8:30, your chance to win $100 with FDY and TradeFly. Be there. Happy Halloween to everyone, and thanks for joining us today, guys. If you're going to trade safe and use a stop loss. Don't be scared. Be prepared.
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels fall low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, from a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Tar Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have, step fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low.
To get with them, the ZTS rhythm. Rip it, Alexandra. G.